The vice president acts until that is potentially remedied at some future time. Doesn't that mean that someone can be elected president of the United States who is constitutionally unqualified? And if so, why shouldn't Americans be able to vote on that issue for themselves?
Two things. First of all, nowhere in the 20th Amendment does it say that Congress has exclusive authority to decide that or to take away Minnesota or any other state's power under Article 2 of the Constitution to appoint its electors or to protect the integrity of its elections by regulating ballot access. And secondly, I don't think anyone thinks that the best time to resolve this is on January 20th, 2025. That would invite chaos worse than we saw on January 6th, 2021.
But wouldn't that issue
bring
become...
Joan Growe in? She's been standing.
Wouldn't that issue become right as soon as the Electoral College result is known? There'd be plenty of time to have that resolved in the Supreme Court.
Let's let someone pose a question to Secretary Growe.
What was your reaction, Secretary Growe, to the hearing?
I was pleased with what I heard and saw today. I thought that the justices were certainly well prepared. They were interested in the case, and I thought our lawyers did a marvelous job in presenting it. I thought what was one of the better parts of the day, and some of you may not have noticed, is that there was a busload of, they were high school students who were here, I suppose, to learn about the courts. And they must have had a good lesson and a good opportunity to hear what was going on.
Where does this stand out in your career? You've overseen a lot of elections. Where does this issue stand in that kind of career span?
Well, it's one of those issues where we're always saying to the court, hurry, hurry, hurry. You know, get done in time so that the ballots can be printed and the election can run smoothly. And that's what the Secretary of State is worried about now. And they did make that plea.
Why did you decide to do this?
Well, you know, I was Secretary of State for so many years, and I've always been interested in government. I've always been interested in democracy. I always wanted people to participate. And this seemed like a way to have a better government, a better participation.
What is it, though, that you believe makes Mr. Trump disqualified?
I believe that he participated in an insurrection. I believe that he is disqualified under the 13th Amendment.
How involved were you in preparing the case?
Not very involved. I'm not a lawyer. I don't speak lawyerese. I like to speak in just normal language so that people can understand me, and they generally do. So I wasn't, but I certainly, my feelings about the case were well known, and I would have gotten involved if I didn't agree.
As a Democrat, does this cause you any pause to know that it backfire and be used as, quote, evidence of the election being rigged against Mr. Trump?
Well, the petitioners were both parties. I mean, Paul Anderson is not here. He's a Republican. And so I don't think they can say that it is a strong partisan issue, no. And that's unusual, actually, for election cases. Most of the election cases that you saw over the years that came to the Supreme Court were definitely partisan, as many of you will well remember. This is a different kind of issue. Are we going to obey the Constitution? Are we going to follow it? This feels different to me, and I think it is different.
What's been the reaction from the public?
Pardon me?
What kind of reaction have you and your co-filers had or received from the public?
Well, I can only speak for myself, but I know people have said to me, "Oh, thank you." I mean, what I've gotten most of all from people is a thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this. We're glad you didn't totally retire. But just a thank you. We think this needs to be done.
Charlie, want to make any remarks?
Mine too.